the onboard camera of the D1 Grand Prix. The crashes, attacks, and crazy footage. Nomukin selects the best footage from the 2006 D1 Grand Prix season. It's Nomukin's D1 Grand Prix onboard camera highlights.
こんにちは、世界チャンピオンの野村です。今日は D1 コーポレーションに来てやっとるドバイ。ビデオでもおなじみのオンボードカメラ。これをチェックしに来たドバイ。つい先日1日のイベントで使ったこの車載ビデオに収まったこのテープ。なんと80分テープが30本以上1日で回っとるんですよ。そしてこの車載カメラをチューチューと吸盤でくっつけとるのがここにいるスカポンタン。元気？返事はないとですよ。なぜならば彼は日本人じゃないとです。ビデオオプションを買い続けて早155本を超えた私、誰よりも詳しい発売てなわけで、2006年衝撃シーンおいどんがセレクトした衝撃のシーンを見てみましょうか。まずはクラッシュ。
First, the main thrill of onboard footage, crashes. Beginning with a warm-up run from the opening event at Irwindale, Ueo has a nice crash. His voice during the crash was good too. Next up, we have Sunichi Yoshioka, first time in America, and crash. He starts praying due to the excessive shock.
本当すいませんでした。
Next, we have the only crash in 2006 from season champion Kumakubo. A sudden tackle into Kuroi due to a broken tie rod. Tanner Faust as he becomes one with Irwindale's infamous concrete wall. As if he is sucked out from his high-speed entry and crash. Moving along, we have the Las Vegas event with temperatures soaring over 115 degrees. Drivers crashed one after another due to the exhausting heat. Being a first-time event, there's a lot more crashes than usual. Nice crash. And the crash of 2006 has to be this one. Yoshioka gets psyched before his run. And with that extra energy, dives headfirst into the crash pads. As a bonus, he takes out Zaku and his camera, causing tens of thousands in damage.
続いて私がエレクトではなくセレクトしたのはぴったりくっつくやつ。しかも男はむさ苦しくあっち行ってくるじゃない。もう接近前。
Next up are the side-by-side attacks. D1's main draw, Suiso, is a test to see how close you can drift by your opponent. The intense footage you can only shoot with an onboard camera are second to none. And when you think of Suiso attacks, there's this man, Kumakubo from Team Orange. With no regard for who's in front, he'll find a way to stick his nose in. His attacks can be seen from the side view mirror of the leading car. And that pressure is not from this world. It's showtime whenever Team Orange runs. Whether it's competition or practice, they unleash their God-given twin drifting skills. Let's take a look at Kumakubo's Suiso in the final rounds during round 5 at Ibisu.
It's
time to eavesdrop on the spotters as they all talk trash. The words Kuroi said to his spotter after his warm-up lap at Irwindale.
やばい。ミッション飛んだ。
I guess Kuroi did have a lighter side to him after all. Kumakubo, during his first win at Ibisu Circuit, he had this conversation with his spotters behind the scenes.
ぜひとも頑張ってくださいね。
まあ俺が今日もし優勝したら給料アップ、それ以外だったら給料ダウン。
わかりました。しっかりとサポートできるように頑張ります。
しっかりと応援してくれ。
An experienced circuit owner, he knows how to treat people. Last up is Kawabata, who had the most 100-point runs. It's Ibisu. First round and right before his run, they discovered something troubling.
さっきカレー食べたんですけどね、それですかね。ああ、一昨日カレーでしたね。なんなんですかそれ。俺一昨日のカレー食ったんですか。俺知らんすよ。だからさっきのリーガルの決勝見れへんってトイレ行ってましたよ。
続いては誰も見てないと思ったらカメラは見とるとですよ。ブツブツ言っとるね。ああ恥ずかしか。独り言ばい。
You're in for a big surprise if you think you're all alone. The camera was watching. The inaugural round in America, where all the drivers are in the zone. In Yoshioka's case, he always likes to scream before he runs. Screams. Howls. With the series championship on the line, Kumakubo gives a strong yell before his run. On the other hand, car number 1 Kazama relaxes before his run with some candy. Car number 2 Suinaga also manages to squeeze some gum into his helmet. The moment that the series championship was decided, immediately after Nomukin and Kazama's battle.
いや、阿部ちゃん負けちゃった。
The camera continued to film Nomukin as his voice shook and his back was slumped. Meanwhile, Team Orange is overwhelmed with joy after getting the series championship. Kumakubo sits in his car with tears of joy. It was a victory that was 6 years in the making.
いやいろいろやっとると珍しいこともあるとですよ。次はアクシデントばい。
If you do it for a whole year, you're gonna get accidents. Opening event in America. After the single runs, an emergency situation occurs during his performance. The cabin fills up with tire smoke, and mechanics scramble to rescue him. Round 3 at Fuji Speedway, Nomukin, as he returns to the starting line after his first run. Let's take a look at onboard professional cameraman Tom's work. Tom takes an onboard camera setup that usually takes 2 hours to set up and completes it in 45 seconds. It looks like he wasn't just some punk part-time kid. Beautiful. Changing venues, it's Saito, who has an accident right before his run. Forgetting to secure his hood pins, the lightweight carbon hood takes flight. It's just like D1 to allow the car to run as if nothing had happened. And the biggest accident has to be this. Whale, in front, launches a tire missile at Nomukin. The tire came off and somehow found its way towards Nomukin. Whale, failing to realize, continues his miracle drift on 3 wheels. Even a whale couldn't have guessed that his tire had come off mid-drift.
さあいかがでしたか。オンボードカメラでしか見れない決定的映像。いや2007年もさらに激しい決定的瞬間を映せるように抜け作君にも頑張ってもらいましょうかね。
The almighty and ever-present onboard camera. Stay tuned as the little camera sitting closest to the driver continues to provide intense footage.